Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another video. I wanted to make another video a little bit more on how the narcissist becomes you, so let's jump in. So there's a few things that are important when the narcissist becomes you. Of course, they come in and they're coming in with somebody else's energy. So normally the narcissist would live on a 199 max vibration level, but when they meet you, then they're gonna, and if they know you're a potential primary source supply, because they know what sources look like and what to expect, because they got a hyper spiritual sense when it comes to these things. So when they find somebody like that and they feel like they may have something here that they could nail down, they'll go back to their current source supply and treat them so crappy that they will take as much energy as they can from them, because now they become the black sheep and they're all bad and you're all good. So then they'll set up a date with you, they'll do whatever data mining and information they can find out about you, but then when they come in, so their level would be here, but because they destroyed their current supply, their energy level may rise to like here, maybe like a 400 or something. So then they go on the date with you and they're pretty close to your vibration. You may be up here or something, but it's close. And they mirror you back. It's like this, more or less, and they mirror you back to yourself. You know, because if you would feel comfortable if somebody had the same thoughts and ideas as you, you'd feel like you're coming from the same place, the same territory, the same background, right? The same wants, the same desires. Like if you want a loving home and you want good children, you want to have a nice family, well, they'll mirror that right back to you. So that feels good. It's not like, but this person here can be a vicious abuser. They are something, some addicted to illicit drugs. They are, they could be in some sort of gangland activity, some sort of corruption, but you don't know because they're wearing their old supply's energy and they're a little below you. So it's going to be like this, and they're coming in vulnerable. Like their last love partner really treated them like crap and destroyed them, when that's not the case. Really, they were the one doing the destroying, because remember, everything's the opposite with the narcissist. So then they meet you and then they know you're going to have sympathy and empathy, so you're going to feel for them. And you'll get some inklings that this is not their energy, but you don't let it really hit in because of the love bombing, because you're still unawoke. So when they meet you like that, they're going to mirror everything back to yourself. So they're going to, even if they're not your, what they call a twin flame or your soulmate, they may resemble that, because they're going to be giving you very similar thoughts, actions, and behaviors as yourself, because that's what they're going to do. They're not going to try to make waves. They're going to try to spread love and tell you some fictitious stuff like that might be kind of cool, you know, or different. Like maybe they have money or something, who knows? Not that you really care about that, but it's cool. It's better than meeting somebody that's in the gutter, you know what I mean? So these are little things, and there's some sort of either intrigue or there's some sort of interest there, because something's not right, you see? But it's actually evil. It's you trying to figure them out, but you're being covered up by all the love bombing. It feels so good. And then when you continue to see them, they're going to catch on to your wavelength somehow, your vibration, and they're going to hook up to it, because they don't love, but they latch on. They cord in. It's just like what a parasite would do, right? A parasite would first be a predator. They find the prey, and then they hop on it, and then what do? They put their like suction cups on it, and they cord in. And then just like a tick, you know, you see a tick on a dog, it'll start out tiny, but when it's in its fruition of getting as much as it could possibly hold, that thing will be huge. We got a tick full of blood. So this is what they do, is They cord in. When they cord in, that's when they're attached now. You see, just like the tick would be. First, it grabs a hold of the dog's hair, and then it would put its suction cups in its skin, like those sucker fishes, like a vacuum cleaner. That's why they call it the Hoover, right? So when they do that, then it doesn't matter where your vibration goes. They're going to be hooked to it. It's not like they're hooked to the hair anymore, or they're now hooked to the energy. But this is all spiritual taking place in the physical form. You'll see both. When you're awoke to it, you'll see the spiritual and the physical side all at the same time. The problem is you won't let it in anymore, so you won't see it like that as much. But in hindsight, this is how it works. But what they're doing is they're getting on your vibration, so that way they know how to flow with you. Even when they're not with you, they can feel or get on or from far away. It's like they have antennas to your vibration. That's why they can almost have like some sort of cognitions of you, or clairvoyance, whatever they call it. And they'll have synchronicities because they're on your vibration. And what they'll do is they'll data mine you, get you to love and trust them right away, because the mask is going to come off. But they also want to know what makes you tick and how they can control you, because they understand your vibration level, and they want to know how to defeat you, really, and control you, because they need that fuel. And if they found a primary source, they want to either nail you down permanently, and or if they can't become your spouse for some reason, then they're going to want to cycle with you every time they can, because you have the best fuel. So they'll do that. They'll hook up to you. They'll data mine you, but they'll also isolate you. And why do they isolate you? It's because they want you in stasis. When you're in stasis, it's like you're not like living and growing. You're not living and growing. You're kind of just managing, which means that you're shrinking. If you're in stasis, you're pretty much shrinking. And the other thing is when they want to become you, it's best to isolate. And that's why they don't want any good people in your life. They'll kick them all out. And when they're gone from you, they'll act like they don't trust you. So they want you to stay by yourself. So you will. And what happens, I think what happens is they want to get that raw energy of who you are without it being intertwined with any outside energies. So it's easier for them to pinpoint your identity and to steal it. And then they do all the projection, reactive abuse, and all that stuff to you, the guilt tripping. And they'll do the hot and the cold, which is, I think it's cohesive control. And then when they leave you, you're going to stay isolated, waiting on their return. And so that's part of it. Part of the isolating is to keep your own energy separate from like friend energy that would be mixed in, or anybody else energy. They want it to be the raw you, so that when they take your identity, then they can completely take your identity and not get it mixed up with other people's that are intertwined in your energy. And they want you to fall. And for you to fall is to put you in stasis. Because if you're a living being, you want to be able to talk to individuals and have freedom. But they're a tyrant. They're an evildoer. They hate their children. They hate God. They hate anything good. They're lawless. They don't like the law because in their mind, they make the law. Because they're so pompous and arrogant that they feel that they're the king of everything, that they've run things, and that they want to be able to manipulate and devour good individuals. So they corrupt everything for their own good. But they don't do anything from hard work. If you look at like my channel, I spent years to build my channel where it is. And you'll see that I went through the hard times of, making mistakes, or having real poor editing or whatever, which I'm still working on. But if you see what the narcissist did when they steal your stuff, they didn't build, they steal. It's the same stuff. They just steal people's material and claim it to be their own. they don't start from the ground up and they don't make the mistakes and everything. They like to come in when it's already completed and just steal it. And that's what they'll do. They don't want to put no hard work in. They want to take the shortcut all the time. And the shortcut is through their evil witchcraft and manipulations and any kind of evil powers that they know that maybe their family's connected to, because maybe they had money, some blood money, and they bought people off. And they'll go into systems of justice and they'll buy people out. They'll bribe people, get people cast under spells to do things for them. But the spells only work on people that are doing somewhat things wrong. And that's the only reason why I'm here today. I would be gone if I wasn't operating from a spirit of righteousness. Kind of like if whatever has happened to me recently, if it would have happened to me, say, maybe 10 years ago, I wouldn't be here, because I would have been operating, and I wasn't an evil person, but I was operating from some falsities, like my covenants and contracts and consents. I had evil people that were maybe friends, or, people that they weren't bad, but they weren't. You got to be really serious about the friendships and the people around you. My point is they could be regular people, but because they make a lot of bad decisions and they back up people that are not good people, they end up having to pay for those things. And when people come at you like they've come at me lately, I wouldn't be here, but the grace of God has given me. I have this grace because I have made righteous change in my life that has allowed me the grace to still be here. And that's why I always preach to y'all that it's about your covenants, contracts, consents. Don't let evil people or people that aren't right or of goodness in your home. Don't, trade money with evil people. Even if it's legit for you, don't do it. Don't go into business with them. You got to love yourself and build ironclad boundaries to keep abusers out, because abusers are evil people and they bring other abuse with them, and they run in a pack of wolves. So wherever you see one, there's 10. And I got to give it up for the justice team. That is good, because there's a lot of evil justice. That's a double negative. There's a lot of evil people in the justice system, right? And if they run in a pack of wolves, then there's not just one there. There's several. And for the good people that work in the justice community and the justice system, they have to deal with that burden as well. It's not just the person that may be advocating for you, or the person that's fighting for you, or the person as you are the victim, because you are the victim, or I am a complete victim in this situation. Listen, man, if it wasn't mine, I don't want it. If I did something evil, then I'm willing to take my lick for it. But I didn't do anything, and people are taken from me, and I'm legit, and everything about me is legit. And if I did something in the past that, wasn't maybe the best choice, I'm willing to admit that. But I really haven't done anything. Nothing crazy, that's for sure. And people talking like I got children and stuff. I don't have any kids. I never had a child. And you got this Liberian man. Boy, she be talking with that. She's like a silver-tongued serpent, man. Nothing but evil coming out her lips. And then we got this Jamaican Haitian and this Russian. They all evil people. And they all getting sick. And their whole community is too. Because they're nothing but witches and warlocks. And every time they try to come against me, God will knock them out. Because they're doing evil. And when you do evil to somebody who has changed their ways and became upright, we all sin every day, but I try to do my very best, and on this channel, I try to do my best with y'all. God will protect you, and he will lead you out, and you'll walk out with all that you deserve and interest. And they will be sick and dying. They'll have to get a bunch of coffins and body bags, because Because if you refuse to obey God's rule, then just like Pharaoh, hey, let my people go, man. And Pharaoh said no. So what happened to Pharaoh? Body bags and coffins, y'all, because God got tired of it. And God's getting tired of this situation too. And I know I got some good sheriffs out there, and I think there's a new judge is good, and a new, lawyer that's pretty awesome. I got a couple other people. Some lady I've been hearing about. She's really good too. I appreciate that. I love y'all. Till next time, soldier up. We out.